Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College welcomes all the 12th standard computer science students. Today we are going to learn the next unit, networking technology. And this concept, we are just going to introduce the concept of networking technology. Now, first, before going ahead with the concept, let us give an introduction about the topic. So during the 20th century, that is, we know the data processing, collection, and the data transferring from one end to another end, the distribution, they have become more famous. There are thousands of organizations they are doing their job. A simple example, you can take MNC company or any IT company. How it is? uh, if you go to the IT company, you can see thousands of people working together in the computers. So how the computers are connected together in order to transfer the data, and how the organization is managing for the data to transfer smoothly from one computer to another computer, how the connection has been done, which wires they are using, and how this wide geographical area are interconnected with the computers for efficient gathering, processing, and distribution of information, we are going to learn. But here you can see the entire concept. It can't be explained with a single computer. So we are taking a large number of computers which are going to be connected together. So the system in which the computers are connected together are called as the computer system, and the physical interconnecting technology so that they can gather, process, and distribute information, that is called as the networking technology. So I can say again, the system in which a large number of computers are interconnected together is called as a computer network, and the physical interconnecting technology so that they can share up the resources is called as the networking technology. So here in this lesson, you are going to learn in detail about the networks, what are the different types of networks, how it has been processed, how we can transfer the data, what are the different rules and regulations being used, that all in detail in this lesson. Firstly, let us learn what is a computer networking. Computer networking is nothing. It is a interconnection of large number of computers together so that they are capable of sharing the resources. It is an interconnected collection of autonomous computers or system of computers capable of sharing resources and controlling services. Not only computers are connected in the networking technology, students, along with that there are some more devices connected like your routers, switches, modems, repeaters, amplifiers. These are the different devices. So all the devices are connected together so that they are capable of sharing the resources and they are controlling the services. So it is an interconnected collection of autonomous computers or system of computers capable of sharing resources and controlling services. So here you can see a diagram where large amount of computers as well as the other devices are connected. You can see here iPhone, laptop, smartphone, desktop, how many desktop are connected, switch, modem, router, server. This all are the interconnections. So this type of interconnection so that they share up the resources is called as computer technology. The main advantage of computer network. Now let us understand what are the different main advantage of computer network. Why the concept came so that we can connect the computers together in the network. So first let us discuss the example. Let me take our college computer lab where we have in one lab we have 30 computers. You can see there is only one printer attached to the 30 computers. And how it has been done because of my computer network. Because what do? We connect the network of all the computers together so that they share up the common resource, that is the printer. If I am not having the computer network, what will happen? First case, that is each and every computer should have a printer. That's not at all possible, and the wiring has to be done. So what will happen? The cost of the network, the wiring, and the space occupied will be also more. Secondly, we have to take it in a pen drive or a CD, and then we will come to the computer where the printer is connected and we have to take the print out. So this is a problem. So what we can do, we can share up the computer. That is, we are going to connect all the computers together in the network so that from any computer from the 19th, 17th, 20th or the 30th computer, if you give the print option, you will get the print. So in this way, the hardware is being shared. Second, the software resources are shared. So how the software resources are shared? For example, if I want to install a software in any computer, what we can do, we can put the software in the main computer and we can share it into all the computers. So what we have to do in each and a computer, we have to go and just run the program in order to install it. Okay. Second, thirdly, it is highly secure. How it is secure? For example, if you're opening your mail, any of your data in any of the PC and taking the printout, it will be not shared to any of the other PCs. And in case if one computer fails, if one computer is not working, all the other computers will be working and we will be able to share up the resources and we will be able to take the printout. And the most important advantage of computer network is the thing that it is cost saving by network only. So these are the main advantage of my computer network. So first, network provides resource sharing. Example I gave, printer. It provides exchange of information and software. That is software how we are going to install any program. It provides high reliability by using other machine. If one machine fails in the network like military banking, air and traffic control, the other machine will be working. The data will be secure. Access to any file and data can be easily done. And lastly, finally, the system is saving money by network only. So these are the main advantages of your computer system. So till now we have discussed only the definition of networking, what is networking and the main advantage of your computer network. Now let us discuss networking communication. So what is networking communication? How the computers are connected together in order to achieve communication links between them in our lab, or we can say in any area or in a city or the whole country. That is called as the computer and networking communications. A network is an interconnected system that provides communication links among two or more stations, and here each station that we are making the connection is called as the node. So you can see here, a network is an interconnected system that provides communication link among the two or more stations. Each station in a network is known as the node. So here, whatever is the device which is connected to the server computer becomes the node. Let us see the diagram. You can see to the hub, there are three PCs connected and one server is connected. So this all four forms the node of the hub. And here the diagram you can see how the five computers are connected to the main server computer. So here the main computer is the server computer and we have here five. There are some more examples. Depending upon the number of computers, the communication links will be achieved and the design of the node and the computer network will be also vary depending upon the number of computers. So you can see these are some examples how the computers are connected. So here the computers or the devices which are connected to the main server is called as the node. Now let us discuss about the different types of network. So different types of network, they are classified depending, main thing is their coverage area. So first let us discuss about LAN, which is one of the smallest network which will be covering a small part. For example, your computer lab, that is a small area that we are going to cover. The communication link can be easily achieved using cables here. Errors will be not there in this area because of the small space, and data transmission speed will be also faster because of the small space. So let us learn. The smallest network is widely used in computer communication, that is the LAN, when a number of computers close to each other within 10-kilometer radius and they are to be interconnected, and that is called as the LAN. So the distance between all the computers will be very less. LAN is the common network suitable for efficient computer communication. LAN contains 10 to 1000 PCs interconnected in an organization with common control and storage. A LAN system, you can see here all the PCs will be having a common control and terminal which is controlling this network, and that is called as the server computer. So you can see there are few diagrams and few examples of your local area network, that is your LAN. See how the computers are connected to the main server. Next, let us discuss about LAN. Area wise, it is bigger than LAN but smaller than WAN. It is bigger than LAN but smaller than WAN, and that is why we call it as a medium-sized network. An example of MAN is the cable network within your city. Okay, so we can see the cable connection that has been done in your building is the best example of your MAN. So let us learn. A network bigger than LAN is MAN. It's a medium-sized network. An example of MAN is a cable network within a city. Cable network is receiving TV programs from the satellite and it connects many users. TV sets in the network to watch this program by such a network containing so many nodes located at different locations in the network. So here TV sets, each and every TV sets will be forming the node in the network for receiving the data. The communication link is through a cable and one way, but it is a network known as metropolitan area network. So here in metropolitan area network, the data transmission is always one way, and the size of the network is medium size, and your communication link is achieved by the cable. These are some examples of your metropolitan area network. You can see here there are only few LANs which are interconnected to MAN. Next, let's discuss about the largest network, wide area network. So the coverage area is very wide. Data transmission speed will be less because of the large area. Errors will be occurring more because of the large area. WAN is nothing. It is an interconnection of many LAN and MAN together. So it will cover the entire city. WAN is a wide area network which is capable of covering the entire whole country or state or in communication. In WAN, the links may be established by using cables, microwave towers, or maybe the satellite link, or it may be a combination of two or more links. An example, a telephone system uses all the three media cables, microwave and satellite links for the communication. So these are the example of LAN. You can see there are many WAN which are interlinked together to occupy a large area. It will be a country. So small area within a building, we can say it is called as a small area. In a room, it is an example of your LAN, MAN, that cable connection in your city, and WAN, the entire area, that is the entire country which has been covered with the help of the WAN. So these are the different types of network. But in your syllabus, the more concentrating on LAN and WAN. So let us differentiate LAN and WAN. Local area network, wide area network. It's a group of computers interconnected within a small area such as a room, building or a campus. It's an interconnection of LAN or MAN can be located entirely within a state, country or around the world. Data transfer speed is comparatively high as we have discussed because of the small area such as 1000 bits per second to 10 million bits per second. Data transfer speed is very slow. It is just in kilobits per second because of the large area. Coaxial cables are generally used to connect the computers and other devices. Here regarding the coaxial cable, we will learn in different types of cable. Links may be established by using telephone cable or the microwave towers or the satellites. Due to short distance, short circuit errors or other noise errors are minimal. Due to long distance, short circuit error, noise errors and even atmospheric errors are maximum. The computer lab in your college, and this will be the example of your telephone system. So this is how we differentiate LAN and WAN. In the board, the question has been asked to define computer networking and differentiate between LAN and WAN. So you can see here I have written here 6 points. So it can be asked for your 3-mark question. So what we have discussed in today's class, we have discussed only what is a network, what are the advantages of the network, why we are connecting all the computers together in the network, what is networking communication, and what are the different types of network and the differentiation between LAN and. So you can see how the area has been classified depending upon the connection, and see how the links has been achieved together. Thank you.